Hi guys, Medi Gamer here. Now, I was just starting to set up my Xbox One X, so if you want to see the unboxing of that, skip back to the video before this and you'll see an unboxing of it. And while I was setting it up, I picked up the controller, the new one, and I was like, oh, that feels really different. So I thought I'd do a quick look at the difference between the Day 1 edition Xbox controller and the Xbox One X controller. Now, looking at them from afar, they don't look that different. There is some small design changes. If you look closely, you can see that you've got the sort of shiny clear plastic at the top there, whereas this is more mottled and textured. But I mean, the button spacings are the same. I mean, the buttons feel slightly more raised on the One X, just slightly more raised. I don't know if you can see that on the side profile. Slightly more raised there. The Xbox One X one being the one at the bottom. So the buttons are slightly. Will this do? There you go. No. Yes. No. It's not going to focus just quite yet. That's probably the best it's going to get. So the Xbox One X has buttons that are slightly higher than the Day 1 edition, 2013. I'm not going to go on to the colour scheme too much, but everything seems a little bit raised, a little bit more touchable. Touchable's a wrong word. More accessible. You can feel what you're doing more. This is nice and it's concave and it's low and it's like this just feels better. It feels better quality. But the key thing I noticed, and what made me do this little video, it's only going to be a short one, is they've added grip to the underneath of this controller in a way of textured, like cross pattern. I don't know if I can get it in there at all. You see that little texture in there? Just that little bit of texture in those little bubbles in the cross pattern, where you haven't got that or anywhere near that on the Day 1 edition. That is just smoothed out to feel good in the hand. But you know what? You drop it a lot. So that texture you can see there is more to do with the actual processing of it being made. That is not texture that they wanted to put on there. That is the form of which this was made to. So there's no real grip in this controller. It does feel very good still, but this has a completely different texture to one side. If I get that in there, see, that's your factory style spray onto plastic texture, to this side, which is your grippy, do not drop, do not break me texture. So and also you got your 3.5mm jack on this one, where the earlier Xboxes they didn't. So just a quick video to show you the differences. I even think just little design bits like that, but they're nicer, and it's the evolution of the controller as it goes. But that was the Day 1 edition Xbox controller. This is the Xbox One X controller, and little things they've done. It just feels like a better made controller in my opinion, and the fact that it's got the grip underneath there will mean that I come away from using the cheap old wired controller that I've got to actually using this because it's got grip on it, which I really like. So I'll get all the benefits of using that controller now, which I didn't have before because I was using this old beast because it was wired, and this is horrible. This is absolutely horrible to use. It's just, I can't even mention how bad this is. It's just not a nice controller, but it did have a mic port there, so when I was racing I was able to keep the mic engaged. Now I've got a wireless headset, that doesn't matter. So anyway, I digress. Difference between the Xbox One Day edition, Day 1 edition, sorry, and the Xbox One X edition is they've learnt from their mistakes in the first one, and they've built this to a better standard. I've been Muddy Gamer. If you've enjoyed this very short compare and I guess review of these two controllers, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, comment button, and if you could possibly share, that will help the community grow. If you hit that notification icon, you'll also be told when I'm doing an upload next, which you know, helps everyone out. And I do a live stream quite regularly too. So I've been Muddy Gamer, and I hope to see you in the next one. See you later, guys.